Guayabera is so hard. I don't know, that sounds like a really hard thing.
There's a pin tuck foot. Back to square one.
I think you should pick another item.
I'm wondering what people are gonna say if I literally just call them and I'm like, I can't do this video. It's so stupid, it's a shirt.
I wish I had let you talk me out of it.
It's 90 degrees in LA. You know what people love to do when it's 90 degrees in LA? So, you know what they say when you're sweating, so a guayabera. So a few months ago, I challenged myself to make my own clothes.
Dude, you cannot.
I had a few members of the Petal Light team try to guess which outfit I made and which was store-bought.
I can already tell, like right away.
You can already tell? You tell.
I learned so much and I loved the outfit I made, so I decided to up the ante a bit and challenge myself to make something a bit more traditional, a bit more Latino this time. Enter the guayabera. The guayabera is a button-down shirt that is historically made from a lightweight, light color cotton or linen. Its distinguishing features are the 4 pockets, 2 chest pockets, and 2 hem pockets, as well as the 2 vertical pleated stripes and sometimes embroidery. It has a straight hem and can be found in both long sleeve and short sleeve versions. Though highly contested, historical evidence uncovered by the History Miami Museum suggests that Cuba is the birthplace of the guayabera. However, the guayabera style is hugely popular in many countries and goes by various names. It's sometimes called a Mexican wedding shirt, the chacabana in Dominican Republic, shirt jack in Trinidad, and the guayabel in Haiti. So basically, it's a cool airy shirt that is synonymous with Latin America, and you've likely seen your tios and abuelitos rocking one. Now, Ivan's family is from Puerto Rico and is very familiar with guayaberas. That's his grandfather wearing a few, next to a cute little Ivan. So once I'm done with the shirt, he's offered to model it, along with modeling a store-bought guayabera. Then we'll present the pics to our fashion judge, Curly, and see if he can tell which shirt is homemade. What do we got here? A guayabera starter pack. We have the linen that I ordered. There is a lot of it, so plenty of room for me to go wrong. Patterns, pins, grapes for sustenance. Am I supposed to have ironed the linen before? Yes, totally, but we're just gonna cut out the patterns and iron those pieces because we don't have time for that. I'm doing this project completely piecemeal because honestly I'm pretty intimidated by it, so I've been avoiding it. But I wore my jumpsuit that I made for inspiration to remind myself that I can do it, that I can follow the pattern. And last night, all we did was put on basting stitches, which will help reinforce the structure of the fabric around the necklines. And now I'm just gonna try a little more and you guys are gonna watch me because that's what you came here for. First, we took our piece number 11, which is the yoke, and we pressed about 3/8 of the edge under. Pin it over to the shoulder seam here. Take this beautiful point and got all that? Good. Now forget everything because I did it wrong. I forgot that if I'm doing the pleats, this is the actual, one I got offline. I can't do them if I already sewed the yoke on. I'm so intimidated by this project, I'm already hitting a wall.
If you want to incorporate pin tucks into the garment that you are sewing, there are a couple of different options you can do.
Jumping right in, the first thing you're going to need is your pin tuck foot. Now, mine says that I need a twin needle.
There's a pin tuck foot and double needle. That was an option? Why am I just hearing about this? Nothing about guayaberas and pleats, and anything I read said something about... What? Okay, so after my great revelation, I ordered twin needles. They come in this little pack that has the different sizes on it for different size pin tucks. Look at that, a specific foot. And then, from the magic of the internet, I learned that this little thing that I was always like, what the hell is that? You can go on my machine, boom, and make it dual thread. Look at that, magic. Here we got our twin needle, got our 2 types of thread. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, so here's the ish. These look good. I'm very impressed by how straight they are. This would look good on a shirt if this was the line. Picture the shirt. But it does not look like these. And I don't know if Curly's gonna instantly look at this and be like, that is the real one, that's the machine one, because that's like harder to do or something. So now I'm like,
I think I have to try to make these by hand and see what it looks like. And if it looks horrible, I'll use the pintuck foot. But if I'm amazing and they look great, then I'll do that. Back to square one again. Okay, we test out the pleats. The good news is the pleats that I've made do sort of resemble the shirt, so that's good. In the parts where it's spaced out correctly, it looks like the pleats. In the parts where it's not spaced out correctly, it's super obvious to tell that someone human made it and did a bad job. Like, look at this, that's a mess. What is that? So I'm gonna really draw lines on the second test strip and give it a try and see if I can make it look good. Because if I can, you know, it doesn't matter whether it looks good or not. That's how we're gonna have to do it. And maybe Curly will be able to tell. But I'm gonna test it one more time. Are you having fun? Because I am. I've spent days on this project. I absolutely hate it. Everyone's asking me where this video is, and I'm like, it's taking a while to assemble, and I'm not even beyond the pleat stage. So, did I mention it's 1,000,000 degrees in LA? It's 1,000,000 degrees. I'm wondering what people are gonna say if I literally just call them and I'm like, I can't do this video. It's so stupid, it's a shirt. Oh, okay. So here's where we're at. Here's all the samples we tried. We tried the long pleats, and they didn't look horrible, but they are pretty uneven. And this is a really thick fabric. I wish I could show you how it feels, but like, this is so thick when you press on the pleats, and on this shirt, it's so thin and airy. And this was the shorter one where I was like, okay, I'm gonna get it straight. I'll do 3 on one side and 3 on the other. It's so thick, like, it's too much. And these are our little pleats that we tried at first, the little pin tucks. And so I made a sample of long pin tucks, and it doesn't look like this, but I don't care. It's also 2 colored threads, and again, I don't care. We're just gonna do it. So I took the chance of putting the pin tucks, now that I knew the size of the needle I wanted and how many I wanted, on the front that I already had constructed, and it freaking worked. And I don't think it took up too much of the seam, and I almost don't care if it did, because I've been doing this all day, and this is what we're working with now. We're going to do the same thing to the second front, and then I can maybe actually keep constructing this shirt and not worry about the pin tucks. I'm so relieved. Well, it's not over yet. We're getting there. Happy Saturday! I hope you're spending yours sewing in Guayabera like me. I keep thinking I'm in the clear. I keep thinking like, oh, I did the pin tucks. That was the hardest part. I'm good now. But the collar, what is going on with my hair? The collar is so hard. I feel like these instructions are like leaving things out. Like it doesn't feel like enough words to tell me the thing that I'm supposed to be doing. Well, it's starting to look like a shirt. I think if Curly sees this too close up, he's gonna know so quick. Because those seams, I'll clean them up with a hand stitch later, but also I don't know why it's like 6 feet long and could just basically be a dress, but I guess I'll trim it. There's still so much to do on this. Like, I can't believe how much work I've done, and I still have to do the sleeves, the cuffs to the sleeves, the pockets, and the hem. Oh my god, and the buttons. The buttons are gonna be a whole thing. Can you move? I was working on the pockets, and someone else came to interrupt. Oh, okay, now you're gonna sit down. No, okay. Just the one spot I'm working in the whole house. I'm so close to finishing. Well, I still have to do buttons and buttonholes. Every time I say I'm so close to finishing, there's like 6 more steps. But I'm like actually pretty close this time. I just have to do the hem, but someone doesn't want me to finish. Okay, remember I said I'm so close? I'm like, oh, I can taste it. I just have to do the buttonholes and then put the buttons on, and you know what, maybe raise the hem up a bit. I think it's a little long, but this is the part where I'm like, am I gonna say fuck it or am I gonna fix it? I don't know. The overachiever in me might make me fix it, but the desperate to be done, edge of tears part of me might just be like, oh well, Ivan will just swim in it. He'll just drown in it.
It's done. It's finally done! And it looks really good. I swore I'd never try this again, and it's like I've birthed the baby and already forgotten the pain. I'm like, it looks so good, it's so cute, I should have another one. But it looks great. Like, wow. Mira, wow. I learned so much making this. I learned about pin tucks. I learned about twin needles. I made buttonholes for the first time ever. I constructed a shirt from top to bottom. I've never done that. I became a woman today. It's about right, because it took about as long as a menstrual cycle to make this. So truly, I think there's no way Curly won't be able to tell which is homemade. I think it's just so clear looking at the two of them, which is like made on a industrial machine and maybe by a computer first mine, which is clearly handmade. But I want him to be impressed. I don't want to be torn apart. I mean, I can take it, but like, I don't want to set myself up to be torn apart. Like, I think I did a good job, but I think he's going to be able to tell which is handmade. But maybe it's because mine has more character and like looks cuter. It was exhausting. It's taken every part of my mental stamina to get this thing done. But I'm so proud of it. Like, I've never made anything this complete before and this detailed. And I'm flying today. I'm flying high. Okay, let's go drop it off at Yvonne's. Here they are.
Wow.
There you go.
Okay, so one is homemade, one you bought.
Store-bought. I'll tell you. I mean, it's clear which is which.
I was able to see because of this.
Because of the tag. Yeah.
But oh my God, Claudia,
Yeah.
what?
Try to,
This is great.
take very strategic photos
This
to
is-
cover up the bad hems and stuff.
I feel like no one will notice this in a photo.
I hope.
Wow.
But yeah, take photos, try it on, do all the things. I'll get out of your hair.
Hello, Curly.
Hi.
Hi. So you did such a good job eviscerating my jumper,
Oh, my Virgo like jumped out of my throat.
but in a good way. It was very fun to see how knowledgeable you are about these. So I took another challenge and I made a guayabera.
Wow, I remember that you said that you were gonna make it, and I was like, I don't know, that sounds like a really hard thing. I think you should pick another item. I didn't know that you actually went with it.
I did. I did the damn thing. I wish I had let you talk me out of it. Pride has made a fool of me, but I did do it. And I had Yvonne take a picture wearing the store-bought version and the homemade. And I'm going to send you the two pictures right now.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. Look, you took on something that's really hard. A guayabera is so hard. Like, there's so much detail and so much beauty and hard work that go into these shirts. Then that's why I was like, I don't think you should do it. Because it's gonna be really hard, but the fact that you took it on is you're winning already, you know? Oh my God, I'm so excited to see it.
Here we go. Send.
Okay, they're both really stunning. I'm gonna tell you that this one is, I already know which one is yours, and yours is so beautiful. Can I guess?
Uh-huh. You can be real with me. I can take it. I can take it, man.
From what I can tell, and this, I'm being straight up with you, there are only two giveaways for me. I think it's this one that you made, this blue one. It is
100%.
absolutely beautiful. I have to tell you that I would buy this and wear it. It is so
It
good.
came out really well. But
It came out so good. I love your fabric choice. I love the color. The only thing is, of course, the human touch, right? Like, the human touch is where you can always tell, like, someone has been here. This is someone's mom who put this together. My first one is the top right pocket, if you will, which is, when we look at it on us, it'll be on the left, but on him, it's his right pocket. There are tiny
oh gosh, yeah.
curvatures in the sewing, like in in like manufacturing, they would be like super straight.
No, I was trying so hard.
But they're beautiful. I think above that, I can't tell, but is it like coming off, like at the very top?
I think it was just an ironing thing that it's popping up a little. But if you could see that in person, I think you would be able to tell that's homemade, because the pin tucks stitching kind of barely reaches the top.
Wow.
And so I think if you saw it in person, you would be able to tell in a second.
It is so beautiful. And then the other thing was just the like just the inside of the pockets. I could see the.
I know. I wanted to be like, Yvonne, you got to take it at an angle where you can't see that.
Yeah, that's the only way, because I can see the raw edge. Yeah. But I have to tell you, Claudia, like, and I'm not saying this to be nice, like, this is really, really beautiful. Like, color, the construction, everything else is so precise and so perfect. Like, I had to really pull this out of my ass. I'm really proud of you. Like, you would for sure pass in fashion school.
I am proud of myself for getting through it.
Yeah,
but I'm also very humbled.
You also just got a dose of what it's like to be a designer and a fashion student and somebody who who makes clothes for a living. Like, it is hard.
Yeah, and then someone doesn't realize how much work goes into it. Like, now I see shirts and I'm like, do you know how hard somebody maybe worked on that?
It's true.
You've done $1 million. So much appreciate your expertise on this, and you always know just the things to look at, and you're very forgiving as well, and very kind about human touches, as you call them.
Human touches.